Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Pirillo with my friend Darth Vader. Darth Pumpkinhead. Ooh, let's see if I can do this. I don't know if this is going to work. I just thought of doing this, like right now. Give me a moment. Do I look like... Do I look legit? Am I looking like I should look here? Am I turned the right direction? It's hard to keep it balanced on your head without seeing it. But, hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Pirillo. And I don't know if that was worth doing. This, however, I think was worth getting. I probably should have waited. I got it right away. Could have probably saved like half, but I did not have this Darth Vader pumpkin head to celebrate Halloween. And I'm very happy to have this little Darth Vader pumpkin head to be able to plug in and play with anytime I want, not just during Halloween time. That's bad? Really? It was that bad? I was having fun. Oh, man. I'm getting kind of sweaty in here. Hang on. Let me go ahead and reach for either a Star Wars napkin with BB-8 on it, possibly, or Millennium Falcon or some stars, or a Star Wars paper towel. I think I'm going to go with the paper towel. It's like more industrial strength. So, very happy that Bounty sent me these paper towels. They sent us these paper towels, I should say, because Jedi gets to use them as well. Look at that! It's Star Wars! Okay, I was serious about the sweating thing, so let's go ahead and rip off a sheet. Okay. Has that ever happened to you? Right? These look like they're just pure BB-8, but I think there are other ones with just a Star Wars print on it. This is the word Star Wars on it. So, yeah, I've got Star Wars paper. If you didn't know, Star Wars paper towels existed. So BB-8's going to stand right there. I'm going to keep my sweat cloth close by because I am a little hot. I suppose I could, take off my hoodie, but what would be the fun in that? You know what else is not fun? Right before you're ready to live stream onto the internet, A, you forget to open up the webpage so you can see the super chats, if any come in. And B, right when you get started, what happens is you realize that you need to change the battery in your microphone. Because your microphone needs a battery replacement. So I changed it. This is a 9-volt battery. And I know it was going bad because the red light is basically what shows up effectively when I do or need a battery change. Oops, let's go the other direction here. That's good. Okay, I can now see chat. I can now see you. I can now see me. I'm good to go. Too many things were happening all at once before this broadcast, but I'm very glad that y'all were able to join me live and in real time. Don't have any updates on the lights in here. They're still yellower than I would like them to be, and I thought I had another thing on order, and the order either didn't go all the way through or it's stuck in limbo or something like that. I wonder if this is any good. Yeah, it's a little shocking. Not that. Did you know you could do that? You can test whether or not a battery is still useful, 9 volts specifically, by touching it to your tongue. I wouldn't recommend doing that. I didn't get like a tremendous shock from doing it outright. It's just that it could hurt. It's like electrical shock on your tongue. I learned that years ago. I'm like, oh, it's pretty cool. Not that you should do it, because I believe you are powered on something apart from battery. Maybe even green tea. So tonight's TLDR may be a short one. Thank you for joining and asking questions if you do have any. The reason why is I have been busy, and I have not yet started Stranger Things Season 2. And I want to, tonight. It's something that I would like to do on my weekend. Today I was out effectively running errands, doing other things, even testing some of the features of the Pixel 2 XL, and that's what I wanted to start to talk about first. I know everyone's saying, Pixel 2 XL, that's a big deal, right? A lot of people are interested in it. So here's the thing. I recorded a video, I tweeted the video, and you need to hear the video. It's bad. It looks great on its own, but the audio is completely unsalvageable, and maybe you'll be able to hear it through the speakers here. No, maybe not, but it sounds very tinny. You can hear it for yourself. If you head over to twitter.com/Chris Pirillo, it's not great. And I was really kind of sad that that turned out to be the case. But according to a few resources, Google's aware of the mic issue, and they're working on a fix. So Google's allegedly going to fix it. They're also looking into, apparently and allegedly, the touch issue that I was talking about a few days ago. So it seems that Google's going to be theoretically addressing a lot of these shortcomings in software. Whether or not they will, I don't know. So here we go with our first super chat tonight. Matt Knutson. He says, I like Action Launcher. Yes. But it's so janky on my S7 Edge, so I use Nova because it's much smoother. I assume you are not having those issues, knowing you. No, it's not janky at all. In fact, if you were to report it, if you were to report the jank, the developer may respond. Like, he's on it. His name is Chris. I mean, he even patched a couple of the issues that I was having. And so you may be willing to give that a shot as well. I have not felt the need to jump into Action Launcher or Nova Launcher after using Action Launcher. Let me see if I can get his exact handle here. I've been interacting with him on Flamingo, the Twitter client I use for Android. Chris Lacey. And it's just Chris Mlacy. Chris Lacey. Look him up, because if you're having problems with Action Launcher, he may be able to fix it. Because if you're seeing jank, the chances of other people seeing jank are just as high. And I know he uses a Samsung device, so I'd be shocked if he wouldn't be able to address it. It's very, in terms of resources, very, very conservative. Like, the whole app is just 3 megs in size. It's nothing. Pez Liz reminds me to once again tell you that you can download go.tagjag.com/free points on your iOS or your Android device. Right now, earn gift cards that you could use on various and sundry things. It's all good. So give that a shot if you've not already. I've been talking about it for years. It's seriously how I have paid for more than a few things around here. More than a few things. Things that I need to get a replacement for. Jedi, bless her heart, went into the bag of tricks. I found this today. I had a coupon, so I basically got this free in this A-Wing, a Resistance A-Wing, and then she went into the bag and she bent the top, and I'm trying to keep the boxes, these Hot Wheels boxes, pristine, so I'm really sad about that. So I'm going to go ahead and open it now. It was free. I got a coupon in email. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll use that. Not a problem there. I tested the camera on the Pixel 2 XL. This is the Pixel, but on the Pixel 2 XL in Facebook Live, and the Facebook app on Android is really, honestly, just about no better than it is on iOS. The Facebook app is generally not a good app. So I tried streaming from Facebook Live, and the problem with a lot of these mobile streaming apps is you can't lock exposure. I don't know what the best mobile streaming app is, quite honestly, because anybody could make a recommendation, but every single one of them that I've tried, from YouTube to Periscope to Facebook, has just been lacking. But isn't that cool? I got a little A-Wing. I'm not disappointed. I'm not sad that she basically destroyed the packaging, because now I can get one to keep in the box, and we'll have one out of the box. Okay, A-Wing, you can sit there. I got a partial checklist. There's a new array of vehicles that are now available. A couple of them I don't have yet. I've got those. There's one on the back. Oh, wow! The droid ship's coming out soon. I got the speeder bike today. That was nice. I've got the Tidarium. I think I have the Republic Attack Cruiser. Jedi Starfighter I've got. Yeah, the Combat Assault Tank is another new one that I don't have. So that's a nice little checklist I'm going to hold on to. I'm going to keep that in the car. So nice. So next question. Any other questions, folks? Because I'm just, I'm having fun telling you about my day. And it was full of stuff. RM basically reinforces everything I said. He says, Facebook app on Android sucks. I'm telling you, dude. And iOS is no better. And I thought, maybe it would be slightly better. I mean, the Facebook Android app is, in terms of performance, like, you load it up, you kind of have to wait. I mean, you can start scrolling right away, but you will see jank. So, I see. So but that's not the best shot, Liz. I think I had a better thumbnail in there. Do I have to try it again? My pumpkin head? But then, like, generally speaking, once you let it load, for the most part, it's smoother. Like, that scrolling is a little smoother. than if I were to say do the same thing on iOS. Now we're talking about a popular app here, Facebook. App performance on iOS versus Android. So here's iOS. So we'll let it wait. Let's be fair. Just gonna let it be fair, right? Okay, is that enough time? Okay, theoretically. And we can scroll, and it's relatively smooth, but you do see a few more frame drops on iOS, like as it even after the images have cached. You do still see a fair amount of frame drops on iOS. But yeah, they're generally about equally as smooth between the two. Bill Fowler asked, did you download the 8.1 developer preview? If so, what changes did you see? Honestly, I did, if only to have any kind of bug fixes and updates, but I haven't seen any dramatic differences between 8.1 and 8.0. Honestly, going from a Pixel 2 XL, from 8.0 to 8.1, the differences aren't as dramatic for me as they may be for you, and so it's worth a shot. It's being signed in the sense that app developers can release apps that can call the APIs in Android 8.1. Worth a shot. It hasn't hurt anything at this point. I see no reason to effectively roll back to an earlier version, and it's free. So yeah, it's worth a shot. If you can get it, I'd say give it a shot. I'm happy enough with it that nothing feels worse. The only thing I can say I noticed is that the navigation bar, the buttons at the bottom will dim. So let's use it for a second. Let's task switch. Let's see if you can tell. Let's go back to the home screen. Let's see if you can tell the nav bar buttons. They dim like almost immediately. Did you see that? That's a thing that's now available, which of course is great for OLED screens. They're trying to stay ahead of that problem, and I don't know if they're going to make it. I've seen a lot of shortcomings on the Pixel XL or Pixel 2 XL. I worry that burnout could happen just as easily as burn in, screen burnout. But even in talking with people out in the field, talking to my comic book supplier, because he was asking, he apparently watches some of my videos. And he says, yeah, I remember you talking about the 7, the iPhone 7. He said he felt the same way about that stuff. I was like, well, here's the difference between these two, and let me show you this, let me show you that. And I just kind of did an on-site demo, and I got to tell you, I'm inching ever so closer to effectively sidelining the iPhone. It's probably time for me to make the switch. Despite all the hardware shortcomings, and this is something that I may wrap up in the video. That I've got a couple of videos that I need to do. I know, but the week 1 Pixel 2 XL review may very well have my feelings about effectively switching. I mean, not because it doesn't have hardware problems; it does, but the software is just the snag every single time. And I go back to I feel more productive on Android on the Google Pixel 2 XL. I feel more productive than I do on iOS with or an iPhone 8 Plus with iOS. That's just the truth. Pixel 2 XL isn't out till the 15th of November over here, which is a blessing in disguise. Still very excited. Yeah, there you go. I know I don't want to water everything down, like in terms of my excitement, because I am. It's just that Google has some things that need to be addressed. Theoretically, they can be addressed in software, and that's kind of what's got me feeling a little more confident about it. The hardest thing to effectively swallow, the bitterest pill to swallow with the Pixel 2 XL, there's always a bitter pill, is the screen. It is not a best-in-class screen, not even close. It's probably one of the worst screens I've used in quite some time. But the software experience is relatively solid. Not as solid as I'd like it to be, but light years ahead of what I've seen elsewhere. Steve Jacobs 1 asks, Chris, I've considered you switched for a month. What? I've considered you switched for over a month at this point since before you received your Pixel. Okay. I haven't, I can tell you that. But it's going that direction. Easily going that direction. I know that I feel this is the right thing to do. I also know that I may change my mind and say, ultimately, you know, I gave it a shot. I gave it the old college try, and maybe this is just a temporary thing. Maybe it's, over the weekend, maybe I do this tomorrow and say, you know, I'm basically going to try this for a week. And knowing full well what the shortcomings are, try to work around them in the interim in the hopes that they'll be addressed with software, you know. And I don't know if it'll be an all-out switch like it may have been for other people. Adam Hyatt comes in with another super chat and says, have you tried playing the X-Wing miniatures? Did this scroll? I already answered that question. Have you tried playing the X-Wing miniature game? I have not. Fun if you're a board game geek. Steering the conversation back to Star Wars. Thank you, Adam Hyatt, for steering the conversation back to Star Wars. Adam's my new best bud. Another thing that I get to open here is this. The Snoke Kylo Ren car set, because I got a duplicate one with a better package. But I have to give a shout out to Hasbro, who sent this, or I should say these. It's a special edition Luke Skywalker Rey figures. The only problem is Hasbro's not exactly known for watching their box quality. I'm not looking to gift horse in the mouth. Very happy to have them. Did not have these otherwise. I don't know if I would have necessarily had an opportunity, but the box got really dinged up, like big time. And the value of these is specifically to keep them in the box, because these figures are effectively already available in wide release. So it's nice to have. Outright, very, very, very grateful for that particular gift. One of those gifts. Thank you, Hasbro. I'll put Luke back there. And one that I did want and did not have a chance to get, this set. Now, if you're not familiar with Thrawn, you're not familiar with Star Wars at all. So this is awesome, this Thrawn box. It also came in slightly banged up condition. Not perfect, but still okay. I would consider it in okay shape outright. Then we got this part. It says Grand Admiral Thrawn. And I'll set that here. Hasbro also sent this as a gift. This is what makes it amazing. It's like Thrawn's, little, I guess, office. Right there. The whole thing. Everything. Those pieces are all removable. And then on the back, we've got Star Destroyer there with the insignias. And what's cool, even cooler about this, is that one of these pieces, these are the things that Thrawn has effectively collected. One of these pieces right here, there's Commander Gree's helmet. This piece right here, if it looks familiar, and it may not because it's too far away, is actually the chalice from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Huh? Isn't that cool? So the fandoms cross. These stickers are coming off on the bottom. It's okay, but look at that. Thrawn. So nice to have. Oh, so happy they sent this. Very, very happy. And that will definitely stay in my collection. This, I'm extremely thrilled about because I can take it out of the box. A Luke Skywalker in a land speeder, 6-inch scale. Happy about this. Very, very happy about this. Because Jedi recognizes a land speeder. And I recognize that I would not likely have this in my collection if it weren't for the companies like Hasbro making them as well as sending them. So I had to do the shout outs. These are the things that are around me right now. I am not just swimming in these pieces of metal and glass here. I've got other interesting things going on in my life. Thank you so much for steering me back onto that topic. But as I turn back to chat, I see that y'all haven't really moved on. iOS notification says someone are the worst. I couldn't hate them anymore. I agree with that, no doubt. And somebody else says, definitely iPhone X's screen looks ugly to me. Well, it's because of, what it has in it or at the top. Oh, someone got the Stormtrooper book too? Cool. You did not have that land speeder as a kid, RM. This is not the Kenner model. This is a model specifically for the 6-inch scale figure, so it's new. You may have had the Kenner land speeder, when you were younger. There's zero doubt that was the case. I never did. I never had the vehicles as a kid. But I'm very, very, very happy. Another person says, I'm super optimistic. Google will fix it all in the update. My only concern is blue shift quality control with different phones showing significantly worse shifting. I guess that's not been an issue for me as I try to find the right darn device. I guess mine isn't that bad, or it doesn't bother me. What should concern you is burnout, not burn in, burn out, as in the pixels won't be as vibrant over time, at which point an RMA would be warranted. So you kind of have to watch out for that. Of course, they're going to have a software vibrant mode to potentially counteract those problems. But it's all down to screen or color accuracy, and I guess that's what I'm always going for, looking for color accuracy more than anything. Someone asks, Chris, what do you think about the Apple unlocking feature at night? Huh? The Apple, what, the Face ID? It'll still work. You don't need light to use it. Syncing with Google. Yeah, that's one of the conversations we had with Diana last night. She's still not... She's been busy. And I'm still not sure if the 2 is going to stick around. I'll be just truthful with everybody. As much as I would love it to stick around, I'm not sure if Diana is really keen on it. So I'm giving her just a few more days with it. But unfortunately, we have not made our goal. We've made the goal for the Pixel 2 XL. So that's been covered. But because of fees and whatnot, we have not quite made the 2 yet. But everything will basically flow into the Pixel Book. So everything will, all the people will get the same credit for the Pixel Book as they had for the 2 and the 2 XL. No one loses out on anything at all. Man, I don't know why I'm so itchy. It's really dry here, I guess. Wow. No, I'm not snorting anything. I think maybe it's time to trim. Igor says, Google said today they will release an update for the mic on the Pixel 2 XL. Really? Google said that? Where did they say that? Because the only thing I've seen is by third party, saying something about the mic. I've only seen it as, not hearsay, but basically mediated through the media. So careful if you're saying Google said it, if you don't have Google actually saying it. You got to be very careful about doing that. Someone else asks, Apple will take over the smartphone industry once again. I doubt it. Fucho the clown boy, I almost messed that up, said the Discord chat community here has been great as a platform. Have you noticed any pros or shortcomings? I think that it's nice to have something going on there, and people who aren't just me talking about the things that they want to talk about specifically in this geekier realm. It's just nice to have a community that's open 24/7 rather than around the videos that I might do live or otherwise. KemiCat86 asks, Chris Pirillo, is there a show from your childhood that you wish you could share with Jedi so you haven't been able to find? Mine is Zoobly Zoo or Erica's Castle. Then you are substantially younger than me. No, most everything I could find is on YouTube. Yeah, it's all on YouTube. I'm not having any problems with it at all. AP reported Google said a fix is coming in a few weeks. Oh, AP. Okay, well I guess they're kind of trustworthy. I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, it's like one more thing. Like, are they going to fix this? Okay, that's an issue. Are they going to fix this? The touch thing, are they going to fix that? Are they going to fix this? Are we going to know it's fixed? Are we going to know what to look for? A lot of questions. Whoa, that's some iOS slop there. Yikes. And 126 updates? Dude! Oh, wait, is that Liz's phone? Liz had to get a new phone because her iPhone died. Like, literally just died. But she got an upgrade. Was it a free upgrade? You went from an iPhone 6 64 gig to iPhone 7 Jet Black 128 gig? So I guess if you're going to have your phone fail, I mean, that's a good time to have it fail. That's an upgrade. Oh, 170. That's a good discrepancy, though. That's solid. I would have no problem, I guess, if I was still interested in the iPhone thing. I think next year, I'll watch cautiously. Hoping for a software reboot with iOS. I'm not going to hold my breath, but we'll see. I'm not going to say that I'm never going to touch another iPhone again or never going to get another iPhone again. I don't think that's what's going to happen. However, if the notch trickles into everything, that's just like, all right, fine. Do your best until you get rid of it, until you get the sensors underneath the glass. And even then, maybe. Oh, you had a picture there? I missed the comparison there. I apologize. What was it? Oh, yeah. Are those the X-Wing miniatures? Those are nice. Those are more detailed than the Hot Wheels. What's that? I've never seen that tie before. I've seen that one, obviously, but... Wow. Cool. Kylo Ren shuttle. Yeah, see, that's my biggest fear with what Apple's going to do is you're going to see that stupid thing on all their products, across all their products. And it just wouldn't surprise me if that's what they were going to do, if only as a branding exercise. Which is just, to me, just absolutely asinine. Adam, well, I'm sorry, you say, Chris, you need to do mail time again? Well, I don't get anything in the mail apart from what I order. Or I did mail time. I got this in the mail. And I got the Hasbro thing in the mail. There's your mail time. I don't know what else you're looking for. That these things literally came in the mail. Only issue with Google is they aren't always quick. The Notchbook Pro. That is funny. That's probably what's going to happen with it too. Google isn't always quick, but one thing, and I have marked this down in my pros and cons list, and this may end up getting recorded tomorrow as well. I'm trying to find the time. I've been a little busy. The thing I want to talk about is the value of, and I may end up just having to do all this live just to get it done and out of the way. Because when I do it pre-recorded, it's kind of a different kind of feel versus when I do it live. We'll do it live. Do it live. Google is responding pretty quickly to at least the quote unquote burn-in issue, image retention, and doing as much as they can. The microphone issue, allegedly the touch issue, and any other issues that crop up in and around the Pixel experience, for the most part. That seems to me that they're quick. The fact that they say weeks, not months, I'd imagine we'd see it before the end of the year, which is good enough. If it comes out in December, I'll be fine. I've got enough, workarounds that I think I can, handle everything in the interim. That should not be a problem. Someone asks, any chance Google will team up with Huawei for the Pixel XL3 or the 3XL and use the Kirin 970 neural SoC? Anybody's guess. Nobody knows. Nobody has any idea. Honestly, I could not speculate. Someone else asks, were there many issues on the original Pixel? I guess the original Pixel had Bluetooth problems. I'm sure it had a cavalcade of issues. I mean, a lot of phones have issues. It's the fact that we expected more from Google is the issue, more than anything. Someone asks, do you think Apple's problem started when they switched to Swift? No, I think Apple's problem started when Jobs died, just to be honest. Yeah, see, Bluetooth is one thing that I heard that never got stable. And honestly, I guess I don't use Bluetooth all that often. Not even in the car. I mean, it gets in the way in the car. Like, because the microphone that I have in the car is horrible, and it never hears me correctly. And so I just use it, I just use my phone on speakerphone in the car. And I don't have a lot of Bluetooth speakers here, and I don't have a Bluetooth headset or a Bluetooth earbuds or anything. I guess I just don't use. I turned it off. I'm like, I honestly don't use it all. I don't have a watch, so I really just don't need it. Huawei was originally slated to build the first Pixels. They backed out because Google wouldn't let them put the Huawei logo on the back. Pretty well documented. I doubt they'll work together again. Well, good for Google. That, I think, would have slopped everything up. Zero doubt in my mind. It would have slopped everything up. Yeah, that's... Ben Rees 21, who's a recent joiner here on the Discord chat room. And by the way, you can join Discord chat if I didn't mention this today. Head over to twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. Sign up to be a sub. The instructions are there. And then you get access to Discord. It's something, if you do it for free using your Amazon Prime connection, you have to re-up it manually every month. So just bite the bullet. If you think it's worth effectively coming into the chat, become a sub. Or head over to patreon.com/Chris Pirillo and become a patron. Both groups would get access to Discord chat. 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi for me on my Pixel never worked correctly on Google, and Google never fixed it. Wow, that's bad. That ain't good. Oh no. I don't know how would I even check my connectivity on here. How would I know okay? Speaking of, how would I know? How would I know? Sorry, I had Whitney Houston just blast through my head there. Penguin Squad on YouTube. Here's a shout out for you. It comes in with a super chat. Since you're 8.1 beta, how stable is it? Any bugs? I have not perceived any major bugs or showstoppers outright. I don't know what I'd necessarily be looking for. That I said before, they've pretty much have been rolling 8.0 forward, so I believe that 8.1 comes with bug fixes from 8.0 and just a little more polish, a little more refinement. So I believe it's been fine. I did the OTA update. The only issue I found, and I expect this to potentially get fixed in a software update, one of my network tools crashes all the time, so I can't actually use it. But the nice thing is, thank you for the feedback. You're welcome. I love that Google has that integrated. No, I didn't mean to launch Netflix. I love that Google has that integrated. The send a feedback mechanism. You can even do that through help, and you can tell them what's going on. It's great. So let me go here and do app info, and then app details to get it the information. The Network Analyzer Pro. It's got like 10,000 downloads, but I use it on iOS, or have used it on iOS. And it's been absolutely fantastic. The recent update was September 25th, 2017. So I'm guessing that it'll be updated on a very, very, very regular basis. Oh, nice little hoodie screenshot. You can still buy it. Netflix got updated to support picture-in-picture in 8.1. It did, but I'm not going to watch Stranger Things on this particular device. We're at 31 minutes in. Super chats are still kind of solid, so I guess we'll give it at least maybe 5 more minutes, and if they keep coming in, we'll keep going. The one thing I was going to ask, Liz, did you get a good still shot of the pumpkin, or was that the best that I could do? Alberto Lopez. Hi, Chris. You were right about iOS 11. Sorry, man. Well, I don't say these things for my health. Let's see here. You need another? You need another what? Oh, you need another one? I don't know if it's going to work. Because the problem is it's going to get pulled, Liz. I'll try it. I'll try it again. As I wait for more questions to come in. Oh, the fun things we do when we are live. Okay, let's try it again. I gotta kind of sit down. There we go. There's the top of my head. Oop. Ah, I caught my hair! Son of a gun. Okay. Wait, you don't want that behind me, do you? Hang on. I can't see. That's too bright in the background, Liz. I can't. There we go. Okay, there you go. Is that fine? Here. Is that better? Is that okay? Is that good? I don't know. What does everybody think? You think there's an animated GIF in this? Possibly? Or GIF? I don't know. Thumbs up? Maybe? Yeah? Thumbs up? Maybe? Is that good? Yeah, you like that? You like that? Want more? Yeah? Huh? Oh. Oh, gosh. Okay. Back to the paper towel. Okay. When is Sim Swap Day? These Star Wars paper towels are very absorbent. They wick away my sweat. Oh. Ooh. Thank you, Bounty. Isn't that so cool? It's got a BB-8 on the paper towel. These will be used to pick up dog pee. I'm sorry, did I press the wrong buttons there? Is that too dark, too light? Whatever. I don't know when that's going to be. And it may end up happening sooner rather than later, actually, because I'm carrying around both devices and really feel that it's close to time. It really is. And I think it's going to happen this week. Not that I'm abandoning entirely this iPhone here, entirely. But in terms of what a daily driver is, despite all the software shortcomings, despite all the hardware shortcomings, it's something that I'm willing to do. Sorry, I heard a thump, but Jedi's fine. I just hear pounding around. But how are we doing with Diana's Pixel Fund? We are a long ways away. We're like not even close. And I say that because after the fees were extracted, we've barely covered the costs for the Pixel 2 XL. So, I mean, now we have the super chats mixed up with the go.tagjag.com/device fund, but unfortunately, it's not even close. It's not close. But I feel that it's probably, unless a miracle happens this coming week, the Pixel 2 is probably going to have to go back, and the rest of the funds are just going to get funneled into the Pixel Book. I've tried working with a sponsor. I've got a couple of leads out, but unfortunately, it's just not going to happen soon enough. But that said, should someone else come in, I'm going to have her play with. I've got other Android devices. I got at least 3 of them here. When the Super Slick Essential, we're still waiting on a software update for it, or a series of software updates. I've got the LG V30. Software on these are not that great though. And then the Nexus 6S or 6 Plus, Nexus 6P, which is solid. But there we go. Well, that looks horrible, but it works. Sell her iPhone. Well, the problem with selling her iPhone is that what if she decides that she can't do the Android thing? It's a little too. It's too much. It'd be too quick, and I want her to make that decision sooner rather than later. So hopefully next year we'll have an opportunity to get more official review units, or having a sponsor in place, making this far less than an issue. SkyCop70 says, "Sorry I'm late. Don't worry about it." He says, "Diana did great last night." I agree. In fact, I'd like her to do it again at some point. About what? I don't know. Continuing to answer your question certainly would be very, very helpful. JHockey17 says, "What's an old 80s cartoon you want to see a live-action movie from? I vote Mask." That'd be pretty cool. I loved the Mask cartoon. Loved it. In fact, I wanted the new Matt Tracker figure, the 3 3/4 inch scale Matt Tracker figure, but the only way to get it was in the Super playset with other things. I'm not really interested in the other figures. I wish Mask had a toy reboot, personally, like the figurines. CamiCat86 asks, "What's a toy you wish you still owned?" Oh. Well, I remember Weebles back in the day. They were different than they are now. But see, a lot of these vintage toys I could probably pick up on eBay, and they wouldn't cost much at all. In the grand scheme of things. So I'm kind of I'm kind of covered there. If there was any toy that I wish I would have had, Star Wars stuff would have been it. Maybe my original Falcon in good condition to be able to give to Jedi. Not that we're short of any Falcons around here, that's for sure. Penguin Squad comes in with the super chat, says, "Holy crap, I want this to happen. Dang, if I would drop $1,000 if I could for it, lol." Yeah, me too. But that's the problem. I can't drop another, what was it? It ended up being after taxes, close to 800 or so. And then after the GoFundMe fees, and then after the case, it's going to be very tough. And I don't want to put that stress on Diana. I want it to happen, but we tried. And I don't think I want to do another push like we did last night. I want her to continue to use it, but I have a feeling it's going to get returned this week, unless we get, windfall with something. Snorks, I remember Snorks. Snorks were great. I do know the Gummy Bear song, but I'll spare everybody. Magic and mystery are part of their history. You didn't get spared. Dummy bears. Gummy bears. Fred Gingras comes in with a super chat. Thank you, Fred. I appreciate it. Hey, man, somebody gave me $20 today that I have no need of. Oh, come on. He says, so I hope you will. I'd like to move away from Android a little bit here. For my question to you, what's one lesson you learned in life that you'd like to share? One lesson. Oh, there's so many lessons to learn. Not everything has to be perfect all the time. And trust me, I look around and I see so many imperfect things that honestly I've been putting up with for far too long. But everything's been fine. I've been able to live my life, and I haven't stressed out about it. And an old version of me may have waited until something was perfect until he moved forward. You just can't. That's a lesson I learned early on. But after the broadcast, I'll go to move and put things away. But as Liz is going to find out, there's some things that have yet to be put away around here, because A, time, and B, figuring out where they're going to go. Not always an easy task. But no, thank you. That's the lesson I've learned in life, is you can't wait for perfection. Because if you do, you'll wait forever. Ugh. All right, everybody. I think I'm going to start winding down. I'll give you about 5 more minutes, because I mean the questions are still relatively solid. They're doing well. Or y'all are doing well. It's just that I definitely am kind of chomping at the bit to start Stranger Things. Very excited for that. I bought the toys, like the figures, and my Demogorgon broke. It's like it's really, it's not. Those reaction figures are better inside the package. Don't ever remove a reaction figure from the package, ever. Even the Demogorgons that I've seen in the stores, their legs are just, it's horrible. The plastic that they use are just nasty. It's a horrible plastic. They really need to change the way that they do things. It's because that's the only reason I got that the figurine or the figure set was specifically because of the Demogorgon. And I have it standing up. It's just that I can't play with it because it'll fall apart. And it's not the only one. Like my Terminator, that was a horrible figure. The Funko reaction line needs a lot of help. They did an okay job with the Dark Crystal, but they need to do a fantastically better job with the plastic. They're using the wrong plastic. That's the best way to say it. And I don't think they can get a higher quality plastic at the price. I would rather pay twice as much for a higher quality figure than less. And I think that's why a lot of people stay away from the figurines, not because of the price. I mean, yeah, they may go on sale. It's just the quality is just it ain't there, especially for that price. If I'm going to pay money, I want it to be a good experience. If I'm going to spend money, if I'm going to pay money, I want it to be a good experience. And I'm not saying that the Pixel 2 XL is an amazeballs experience, because I'm not going to say it is right now. It's rather nice. It's potentially going to get better. But I don't know, how soon. I don't know how. All I know is I've got, Google's word on 3 different particular issues that Pixel 2 owners have seen. Suj Polo says in the Discord chat, who's your favorite Star Wars hero? I believe your favorite villain is Darth Vader. I don't know if I'd say he's my favorite. I mean, I collect him. I collect other things too. I don't know. I guess I gotta think about this. I don't know who my favorite hero is. Was never. I mean, I loved Han when I was a kid. I liked Han, so I'm gonna say Han, because he was he was the reluctant hero, right? And I just loved his character, and I think his arc was a solid arc for that character. Give me a second. I need some lip balm here. Go and chat. Woo. Rey is also pretty solid. Very happy with Rey. Well, that's not Rey. That's Kylo there. I'm gonna open this one because I know I can. I just love these Star Wars Hot Wheels. I mean, there's not. I can't think of a single Star Wars toy that I would not want to have. And even the Disney store is going to have the Disney Infinity figures kind of re-released without Disney Infinity, and I think they're going to be articulated. Can't wait for those. Can't wait for some Disney Park exclusives. There's a Kylo Ren. I think this is actually a new Kylo Ren. Looks rather like a new style for the Kylo Ren car, and this is definitely the Snoke-mobile. There. I just love these things. They're so cool. I never had Star Wars Hot Wheels as a kid, so now when I have them, but look at those rims. They never spin to the contrary. All my action figures are cherry. Stephen Hawking's in my library. My MySpace page is all totally pimped out. Got people begging for my top 8 spaces. Yo, I know pie to 1,000 places. Ain't got no grills, but I still wear braces. I order all my sandwiches with mayonnaise. I'm a wizard's mind sweeper. I can play for days. Once you see some sweet moves, you're gonna stay amazed. Fingers moving so fast as set the place ablaze. There's no killer app I haven't run. At Pascal while I'm #1. Do vector calculus just for fun. Ain't got a gap, but I got a soldering gun. Happy Days is my favorite theme song. Sure kick your butt in a game of ping pong. Ace any trivia quiz you bring on. I'm fluent in JavaScript as well as Klingon. Thunder, 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 cats. Ho! Okay. Keep an eye out for Chitara. I've got to get a Chitara figure for Jedi. She was asking about Chitara the other day. Keep your eye out for Chitara. I'd like to find a vintage Chitara if I could. Joseph Spiegel puts us back on track with a super chat. Joseph says, I'm using a Nexus 7, not to be thrown off by Silverhawks there. He says, I'm using Nexus 7, so I can super chat. Really, a Nexus 7? Do I still have my Nexus 7? I think I still have my Nexus 7. It's probably not worth using anymore, but I still have it. It already dumped my first attempt and types wonderfully. Andy of autocorrect. I'm keeping my iPad Pro. My 10 arrives Friday. Yeah, Andy is not for me. Android. Why are you using a Nexus 7, dude? That's like, even I can tell you that's old. Like, the Pixel, I think, is as old as I expect anybody would use in terms of an Android device or an Android experience. Ah, yes. The Jack Skellington lip smacker. I have the Darth Vader ones, or the Star Wars. Oh, so he's using it so he can shoot Super Chat, the Nexus 7, because you can't use iOS in Super Chat. Of course. This is from Engadget. Hang tight, apparently within the next few weeks. Screens and speakers, audio recordings. See, next few weeks. That should be quite a patch. Yeah. The only other thing I've seen is the touch. The touch seems to be off in certain spots. And someone in an article suggested that, and it's on AndroidPolice.com, so I don't know how true it is, but he didn't really name a source, apart from saying Google's going to look into the touch inconsistencies, because I've definitely had those as well. So I'd imagine they're going to be patching a lot. I wonder, though, I've got Android 8.1. Would I be able to get that update? I wonder how it's going to be integrated. I wonder what the module is that would be updated independent of everything else, because I don't think it'd be tied to Android. It had to be tied into the device services or something, right? I don't know much about Android. Ben Rees 21 says, ever watch or do you watch Doctor Who? Oh man, Ben, you got to go back into the other YouTube channel, Chris Pirillo YouTube channel, youtube.com/Chris Pirillo. Because yeah, I'm a Whovian, kind of. Capaldi was not my doctor. Tennant was my doctor. I'm very excited for the new series. I really am very excited to see a female doctor. SkyCop70 says, it's nice using the Pixel for Super Chat. Indeed it is. Indeed. And by the way, you guys, you pushed me past the 45 minute. I thought I was going to start winding down. And here you are with Super Chats and an engaging time talking about nostalgia and other things that I love talking about too. This is great. I love hanging out with y'all. I really genuinely do. Michael says on YouTube says, it's exciting to think the Visual Core has not even been activated yet. Well, yeah, but here's the thing about Visual Core. It's only going to benefit the apps that unlock it. And it's not like an outright system performance increase or improvement. The camera app theoretically would unlock it. You'd expect it. But, third-party camera apps, I don't know. Open Camera, I would hope, would integrate it because they're constantly, evolving their app, it seems. They're constantly updating. And it's a freebie, right? Why not enable Visual Core components for speeding up what's going on? Or at least I'd hope. I use Open Camera to record the video at this point because the microphone otherwise is just horrific, and I can't change default mics simply by plugging a new mic in. It's not as good as I would like it to be, in terms of a general experience, but it's at least inching towards something that will be useful. But it is nice to know that Visual Core is going to speed up certain image processing tasks with the Pixels 2. Windang. Win, why aren't you in chat? Because I know you're either a patron or a sub. Either way, he says, why is running different launcher make the phone run better than original? Sometimes the original launcher is not optimized for speed at all. So I don't know if that's really the bottom line, because I'll tell you, there are probably more efficient launchers that I can run apart from Action Launcher. But the problem is, wait, is that how are you viewing me? Wait, what's that reflection back there? It's weird. The thing about that is, I like the feature set of Action Launcher, and I like the fact that I can talk to the developer, and he can effectively potentially push an update down the pike that makes the device more useful. And there's a certain set of features that I think I like in it, but there's a few things that I'm like, I wonder if I could do this a little better on another device and just kind of wait until something gets patched in Action Launcher. The nice thing is you can run multiple launchers, not necessarily at the same time, but certainly have them installed on one system or another. But Nova Launcher, I haven't even thought of installing again. Maybe if I saw that there was some degree of validity in doing it outright, I would. Not to say that it's not valid. Maybe I will give it a shot, but I don't know if I'm going to see any difference in terms of performance. I could be wrong. Maybe Nova would be a hell of a lot more efficient. Maybe with its next update, then I'd install Nova Launcher again. I've got it. I paid for the Pro version or whatever they call it, so that's not a problem. Tana Does Tech comes in with the super chat and says, I love the stream with your wife and daughter, YouTube Magic. I agree. It was a blast. Diana wants to do it again, too. So if we can find a good topic to rally around, I think we should do it. I don't know what it would be. Honestly, I don't know what that topic would be. I don't know if we'd make it a general AMA. Maybe, because I did it in the Chris Pirillo channel. Because I thought, hey, Diana's going to move forward with this, and it's a good video. It's a solid video. We got a solid topic. Maybe we'll pull her into TLDR and do it with her here, rather than, unless we can think of a good video, a warranted video on the other channel outright. And I think by and large, the videos that'll get higher engagement are specifically those around devices. Fucho the Clown comes in with a super chat. It says, I paused Stranger Things binging to be here. Thank you. I haven't started. And this is what you missed the beginning of it, Fucho. I basically said I wanted to start tonight. I was going to have this video be a half hour long so I could start binging on Stranger Things. I haven't started season 2 yet. I'm very, very, very excited. I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan. I just enjoyed the first season. I'm like, I got to know kind of what happens next. So I'll be hanging with the crew tonight. Virtually. I probably get through like 1 or 2 episodes before I crash though. SkyCop70 asks here in Discord chat, what internet browser are you using? I'm using Brave. And Brave is not perfect, but what's nice about Brave is that it's got ad blocking built in, or tracker and ad blocking both, and HTTPS everywhere built in. Those are big bonuses. If you're not using HTTPS everywhere, you're missing out, because effectively it redirects, it wisely redirects regular unencrypted requests to encrypted requests to this end here. Let me see. I'm gonna clear all those out. I've got something else I want to ask too. Let me make a new tab. So do I need to dim the brightness on this a bit? Let me see here. I'll go lower so possibly you'll see it. So let's see if you can see those. No, that's still too bright. Boy, I've got it dimmed all the way down and you still. Okay, can you see that? That's way too dim. Dang it! Why can't there just be a setting that says, okay, I'm going to show it on a. There we go. So you'll see 4 numbers here. Trackers blocked, ads blocked. The blue is what I want you to pay attention to. HTTPS upgrades, and then estimated time saved. So this is the number right here. That's how many requests, unencrypted requests, became encrypted automatically. Right here, 5,000. So that's pretty much the reason I use Brave. It's not perfect. They need to do things better. I don't know if it's a problem with the launcher choice or what, but I want to be able to add web shortcuts to my home screen, and I can't do it on the Action Launcher for some reason. And I don't even know if I can do it on Pixel Launcher. I know it's a feature that's available. If anything would get me to switch to Nova Launcher, it would probably be knowing that I could do that, because I have some shortcuts that I'd like to go to, inside a folder or whatever, and then just get to them with a tap. The only thing is, I really like this clean home screen, and I've got this secondary slide over for widgets and what have you, where I can keep everything that I want to keep completely out of the way. So I really want Action Launcher to fix the problem of not being able to add shortcuts. Someone asks if I've tried Firefox Focus. I have not. Alex K asks, Chris, I'm following a better diet because of you? Cool. I'm only 23 but want to be healthy and set a good example for my family. Whole food, plant-based diet. Wholly recommended. Wholeheartedly recommended. And if you don't believe me, do the research. Look up your own, data points. What the Health kind of started me down that path in July after I realized I needed to lose a few pounds. And now here I sit at 131 pounds. Almost 30 pounds of weight. Almost 30 pounds of fat lost. Almost 30. Not quite. But close to 30 pounds of fat loss. which is what I needed to do, and be healthier too. You know, you just get old and you realize you need to take better care of yourself. I did that around my 20s, where I just stopped eating sugar and a lot of processed foods, and I tell you I helped a great deal, innumerable ways. But last year, if you weren't watching the vlogs, one of my cousins passed away from cancer. She died, and she no one knows. I mean, cancer is not something that's really ever hit that part of our family outright. I mean, certainly it's impacted parts of my family, and on my dad's side for sure. But on my mom's side, we hadn't really experienced it. And Stacy was only maybe 3 or 4 years older than me. And I mean, of course, we have different lives, different genetics, different lifestyles. I mean, similar genetics certainly, but yeah, that was a wake up call. Like, you know, if it can happen to Stacy, you know, if it can happen to a cousin, it can happen to my brothers, it can happen to me, it can happen to my parents, it can happen to anybody. So anything I can do, it's like insurance. Anything I can do to further protect myself from that, I'll do. And one of the best things you can do is start changing what the hell you eat. Don't go looking for other solutions. Start, if you really believe that, do the research thing, look into the science, look into the proof. If you call yourself a geek, look into it, because that's every bit as important as technology. Because what's the point of having new technology if you're not around to use it? Take care of yourself. And that's true. Weight loss does not equal healthy. That is very true. I've lost weight before, and I can't say I've been all that healthy. However, in decreasing the amount of animal products in my diet, I already know that by the science, my arteries are in top shape. By avoiding oil in food, my arteries are in top shape. Atherosclerosis can, in some cases, be reversed. I don't know if that's happened necessarily. Don't have any definitive proof. But I know, based upon science, that what I'm eating now is better. You can lose weight and still be unhealthy. But you can also lose weight and maintain it and be healthy. And that is critical in your diet. Exercise is not needed necessarily. It will help. You'll actually prolong your life with exercise. That is true. But in terms of like what you think you need to do, people turn to exercise before they change diet plans, because they're not willing to change what they eat. They turn to exercise first. And it's a mistake. And that's been documented several times over. I'm not the only person to talk about it. But there you go. So now you guys you throw me like so many curveballs. You had me talking about Star Wars, which I do anyway, and then health stuff, which I geek out about health stuff a lot, like especially when I see pseudoscience. I'm like, what? Yeah, having a toddler will give you enough of a calorie burn, trust me. But you can't burn enough calories, man. You just can't in the day. Like that, your body just wasn't meant for it. You know, fill yourself up with what your body needs, nutrients. And calories, sure. I'm going to be getting some extra calories tonight with my beer. I think I'm going to be watching Stranger Things in the 4K HDR, right? On Netflix. I think I still have that plan. I better binge very quickly, otherwise I'm going to lose it, because I'm downgrading the plan soon, because I'm like, I'm not really using it. Why spend more? Someone asked on on YouTube, are you a Potterhead? I am not. I like Harry Potter, but not a Potterhead. There's some sort of box in the foreground on the desk in the way of the camera. Anyone noticed that before now? Oh, really, dude? What? You guys gotta tell me. It was the whole time the napkins were in the way. Why didn't you say something? Fine. Thank you. We gotta delete this, and we gotta redo the whole darn thing. That's it. I can't do this. I gotta redo this whole video. That's just gonna annoy me. It'll be too perturbing. Well, if you didn't notice it, that must mean that everything was enjoyable. I do hope you enjoyed your time with me tonight. Funny bone. Like my my pinky, like everything just went numb, like bung. Ow. I hate that. I hate when that happens. Okay. I'm going to leave everybody be. Feel free to join us in the chat room. Probably going to be talking about Stranger Things. No spoilers. Thank you very much. Thank you for hanging out here in the Discord chat. If you are, to my patrons, courtesy of patreon.com/Chris Pirillo, you can join. or the subs, courtesy of twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. You can join, and you can join us here in Discord chat if you are inclined. Thank you for all the super chats tonight. They absolutely go to supporting this endeavor, an ongoing thing. Couldn't do it without every single one of you. I appreciate all the likes, all the comments, the shares, the subscribes, the engagement in general. I really do when I say that. I mean it. I'm not trying to get like all, everybody all emotional or anything, but it's true. I love you. I appreciate you. And at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. May the Force be with you.